Hi everyone and welcome. Welcome to Z's Joy Tarot. Another reading focusing for the week 14th of July to 20 July 2025. I'm a little bit late. It's already Wednesday. I'm not in my usual place, as you already are aware. I am making do with what I have. Interestingly, I had a small incident with a crystal last night. I usually wear black tourmaline, and I usually wear it in my bra actually, and I usually remove it before I go to bed, and I touched it. I thought I had removed it, but when I found it, it was on the floor and it snapped into two. So it's obviously, this crystal is for me, I wear it for protection. It's done its job. It now has, it needs to be cleansed. But this is significant for anyone who's come to this reading. There is a message here for you. And I will focus on the tourmaline. I'll give you a little bit of explanation on that as well. As you already know, we're here to raise our vibration, the highest frequency we can manifest. Of course, the highest vibration is authenticity and love. We are going to do a little bit of astrology, some oracle cards and tarot. I'm going to give you some information, and you can fast forward ahead, of course, as always. I'm going to timestamp below and give you as much information as possible. I would like to give you an introduction as to what I believe is important for you. Where I am, it's afternoon, it's Wednesday afternoon, Northern Hemisphere, it's 35 degrees outside, it's siesta time, so I've got the air conditioning on, as you can see by my candle blowing away there, and I've decided to finally make time for this reading. So just some spiritual truths you will learn in your life, and they're important. The universe is listening, and what we give, we get. There are no coincidences, and we create what we feel. Optimism attracts positivity, and your gut is your spiritual guide. Love heals hatred and misery, and energy never lies. Prayer works too. So pray when you feel you need to. Pray every day, as I do. Meditation works. Full moons are magical, and new moons are magical. So we have a new moon next week when we'll do the next reading, but today, this reading, I'm focusing on some special astrology aspects that I'm going to discuss with you. I just heard someone say, unfortunately, some people were not put here to evolve. They're here to remind you what it looks like if you don't. And it makes sense, doesn't it? All these snippets of information I give you, I receive as downloads. I usually get them through social media, or something will trigger me, and it'll prompt me. And I save what I can to relate to you. Archangel Michael, I've prayed and meditated as usual, and he's with me now today. And I've asked him for guidance for the collective, for all of us. And just to remind you, don't be impressed with money, followers, degrees and titles. Be impressed by kindness, integrity, humility and generosity of the spirit. And the lesson in everything, there is a lesson in everything. Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to reclaim your autonomy. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything you judge is teaching you acceptance. Anything that has power over you is teaching you how to take your power back. Anything you hate is teaching you unconditional love. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your inhibitions. Anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go. Anything you encounter in life is teaching you a lesson of personal mastery. And it's a journey, isn't it? And I need to explain some soul contracts, the importance of choosing your parents. Before we were born, or before you were born, your soul made a sacred choice to come through the exact lineage, the exact DNA, the exact emotional environment that would make what you came here to remember, or to awaken what you came here to remember. Soul truth. Your parents are not the ceiling of your destiny. They are the doorway to your soul walked through to begin. Let me just say that again. They are the doorway your soul walked through to begin the soul's journey. Now, we use tarot and other modalities to help us to navigate our soul's journey. What this awakening invites is to stop blaming and start integrating, to forgive without forgetting your worth, to honor the soul contract, even if you no longer choose the relationship. And this comes from, there's a mantra here, I'll just say it. I choose this path, I choose these parents, and through them, I now remember who I truly am. And this is with love from Daniela Paola Gatto, G-A-T-T-O. And I read these words and I wanted to share them with you. If something doesn't resonate, let it fly. Just take what rings true to you. We're all on different, I suppose, not timelines, but on the soul's journey, we're on different steps as we raise higher, raise our vibration higher. If you're drawn here to this video, there is a message here for you. And that's enough of my introduction. I didn't want to bore you with that. I'm just going to jot this down. Okay, and next to the astrology is interesting for this week. Look, this week, not much was happening Monday, Tuesday. But today, Wednesday, the cosmic energies bounce back. And this is highly inspired day when reality and idealism form a perfect balance so that projects that benefit humankind can be worked on and brought to fruition. So hopefully I'll get some downloads to relay to you as I continue. If you have any problems that need solving, 2 heads will be better than 1 tomorrow, Thursday, which is also an ideal time for negotiations and conflict resolution. And the week's biggest news occurs on Friday morning, the 20th. Mercury turns retrograde on the 20th of July and turns direct again August 11. Okay, now Mercury retrograde can be very challenging. So anything with a re in front of it, which is renovate, return. I'm trying to think of words with a re in front of it. Repair, remove, regrow. I can't think of too many, but there's a list of things, there's do and don'ts when Mercury goes retrograde. The biggest, of course, is do not initiate anything whilst Mercury is retrograde, and do not sign any documentation because you'll need to redo the whole thing again. The idea is to prepare and do your research, prepare for any unexpected surprises or anything that might come out of left field, before you sign on the dotted line, which will be when I would expect when Mercury turns direct in August. Now, I read notes, as you know, for my astrology. The days of summer are the ideal time to slow down the pace. So in the Northern Hemisphere, many people take vacation and put off starting new projects until the messenger planet turns direct, as I said, on August 11th. Instead, focus on finishing up old work and clearing off your to-do list. With Mercury retrograde in Leo, the glamorous sign of Leo, you may want to put off any elective cosmetic procedures or drastic changes to your hair or look that could be difficult or costly to reverse if you're unhappy with the outcome. So when Mercury is retrograde, be aware. Don't do anything that mightn't work out in your favour. If possible, reschedule makeovers until the second half of August. If you've got summer travel plans, you could be met with setbacks and delays. So you may want to consider a late summer or autumn vacation instead. But even if you have plans, just be aware if things do become a little bit tedious, there might be delays, and because a lot of people travel during this time, there could be flight delays or travel plans changes. Just go with the flow. Don't get overwhelmed. Just put it down to Mercury retrograde. It doesn't impact just yourself. It impacts everyone around the world. Your best bet is to travel to a familiar destination where nothing unexpected could happen. And Mercury retrograde trips can be fine. Just do the things you've done before. And the weekend outlook, don't overthink things when it comes to romance on Saturday, and work up the courage to let your feelings be known. If you are single, breaking free from routine and trying new things on Sunday could bring a new suitor, and while couples can strengthen their bonds by hitting the road on a spontaneous adventure. So for the week, I'll just give you a tip. Try to get contracts signed and negotiations settled before Mercury goes retrograde on Friday. We're already in the shadow period, but at least before it goes retrograde on Friday, as there could be snags that unravel any agreements that are entered into after that date. Be aware. That includes me too. Now, a little bit more on astrology because it is significant. Let's have a look. I told you last week the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries. This marks the beginning of another chapter in the current historical turning point. Okay, and the last time the two met was in Capricorn in 1989. So we're going to have a lot of things coming up in the political arena. You will be surprised. Now, on July 17th, the first conjunction of Saturn and Neptune will be exact to within a few minutes of the arc. However, as Saturn is retrograde from July 13, the second conjunction on February 20, 2026 marks the exact starting point of the new Saturn-Neptune cycle. Now, both planets will return to Pisces before then. Once again, we must patiently deal with the challenging relationship between endings, which is Pisces, because we're all finishing up there. No longer putting up with just, wishy-washy, whatever's going on, attitude. And new beginnings in Aries. Now, Aries is, fierce, pioneers, they take on any challenge. So the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune, and of course, as I said, Aries is a fire sign, so different energy, from water energy to fire sign, a lot of changes, huge changes. And this is global, right? The conjunction of Saturn and Neptune heralds a turbulent phase. So complex and often chaotic processes begin now, which are particularly visible in collective events. The underlying theme is a deep conflict between ideal and reality. Collective dreams, expectations, and hopes that no longer relate to reality lose their justification and dissolve. This also includes social consensus about right and wrong. Social and political structures that lack support can come under severe pressure or even collapse, especially where people have long been disappointed or systematically deceived. Like a dam bursting, a small weak point could quickly lead to the collapse of the entire structure. And remember what happened to the Berlin Wall, right? Now, let's continue. I'm trying to read my notes. Let me have a look. And paradoxically, the positive side of this quality of time includes the current disillusionment. The dreams that are now dissolving leave behind the space in which the new, what's this word? Zeitgeist. It's Zeitgeist. I don't even know the meaning of this word. A new collective myth can manifest itself. This relates to Aries' life-affirming, dynamic, strong-willed, and pioneering qualities. The fire sign in Aries, you know, I love it. As well as its impatient, fanatical, and warlike shadow sides. Okay? Aries will charge ahead. One of Aries' outstanding qualities is its deep, innocent trust in new beginnings. If you meet people now who have mastered this art, let them inspire you. If you struggle with doubt and lack energy, try taking small steps. If you can act with basic trust, you can achieve a lot and experience great satisfaction during this time. Okay. Now, as I said to you, we're changing from different energies completely. Pisces, water sign, Aries, fire sign. And it's happening to the collective. So we'll receive the changes. It'll come unexpectedly. Listen out for things that will be, I suppose, they'll be brought to light. Because people are not awake, people are not asleep anymore. They've all awakened, and they're not going to put up with it. No more. Okay, so that's the astrology side. Let me just continue. I've got some oracle cards, as I said. I don't do the crystals anymore because I try to save time. Let's have a look here. Archangel Michael, because as I prayed and asked for guidance, we obviously need protection at this time, and he suggested crystals again, crystal energy. He said that we need to have some, I do have crystals. I have quite a few for myself. But he's given us this shield as symbolically presented to us by Archangel Michael as a powerful tool of protection. All crystals have naturally protective qualities because of their calming and balancing influences. However, when Archangel Michael guides you to a specific protection crystal, it's because this crystal will strengthen your inner and outer defenses as its energy amalgamates with yours. Okay? So a strong and vibrant aura offers protection against many things because it senses at a subconscious level. A strong auric field can detect potential harm and repels negative energies. A protection crystal with sympathetic vibration can assist with strengthening your aura and therefore heightens your intuition and angelic guidance concerning personal safety. As I said to you, I don't know why, but my tourmaline, which is my beautiful tourmaline here, have I got another one? I think I might have another one. Snapped in two. Unbelievable. So I think it's time to, if you do have crystals, it's time to cleanse your crystals, protection crystals, and wear them. Wear crystals to your work especially. And one way I cleanse my crystals is I quickly put them in water, a bowl of water with a little bit of salt. I sprinkle some salt and just rinse them and dry them. Okay, suggested crystals for protection for my collective is black tourmaline, snowflake obsidian, garnet, jade, jasper, labradorite, lapis lazuli, And I think we've had this before, but I'm going to say it again. Crystals that repel negativity: Bloodstone, Carnelian, Onyx, Chevron Amethyst. Okay. All right, so that's the crystals. And he's also, when I asked Archangel Michael, he also gave me a card, and he said that for the collective, Archangel Michael steps in and throws down his royal blue cloak. Effectively, the cloak can manipulate time as we know it. So this to me means we've had a timeline shift. I think all of us, I don't know whether you realised or not, but if you're listening to this video, you're probably on the same frequency as I am, which means that we have had a timeline shift. And Archangel Michael now intervenes with this all-powerful royal blue cloak of protection. And he does so from the vantage point of the absolute center of Archangel's sacred circle of protection. So Archangel Gabriel resides in the west, Archangel Uriel resides in the north, Archangel Raphael resides in the east, and Archangel Michael in the south. And the consensus of all the archangels, Archangel Michael will move to the center of the circle and throw down his all-powerful energetic cape of protection over you or a situation you're involved in. And this form of protection is not one that you can request. It is only instigated in extreme circumstances where the course of your sacred contract is threatened. You may or not be aware of this divine protection. People have described situations where time felt like it was frozen and time stood still. So affirmations are: I am protected by Archangel Michael at all times. Remember that. And I am protected by Archangelic sacred circle of protection. So whatever sudden and unexpected changes of plans occur, or cancellation, or any deal that falls through, contract falls through, missing out on anything, angels are intervening, protecting your best interest, and will bring you something better. This card came on its own. Two fell together. So Archangel Michael is aware that this week the collective needs protection, and just listen to your intuition and don't believe everything you read or hear. The mainstream media, there's a lot of fake news around. All right, Goddess Isis, as always, she says, I love her imagery. Because of the light, I'm sorry you cannot see properly, but I'm trying to, I should have turned the light on in here. It's so bright outside. So it looks a bit grey in here, but there's a lot of light. As a being of light, darker energies may at times seek to interfere with your spiritual progress. There is nothing to fear and only more awareness of the power and protection of divine love to experience. The pyramid of light confirms that energies have been causing interference with your path. It is now time for that interference to cease completely through loving divine power. So we're being protected because every day, I use my voice. I do it in the shower. I cleanse my auric field in the shower, and I align my chakras. Anything that doesn't belong to me, that's been sent by intent to cause disruption or harm in any way, I return it to the sender a billion times stronger to destroy their demons, because once upon a time I used to send it to the light to be transformed. But there are some people out there that are soulless. They are here, walking this earth as obstacles to the genuine human race, or the DNA that is human, that is ascending, that is awakening, that knows its worth, that knows what's happening can no longer continue because it's just not right. It's not just. You can't have all the 1% having all the comfort, I'll say, and luxuries, and the other 99% struggling. It doesn't work that way. Okay, now, Fortune Oracle card, number 5. Oh, celebrations. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. My goodness, I like this. The image is beautiful. I'm sorry you can't see it. Yeah. Okay, that's a nice one. And we have, you know something, I didn't choose the tarot cards today. I'm going to choose them later. I'm going to shuffle while you're watching. So, congratulations. You are now reaping the rewards of your efforts over the past 12 months. Get ready to celebrate with a series of fun parties and celebrations of all kinds. I'm actually going to a celebration tonight. Wow. Your social calendar is filled and invitations pour in at a furious pace. Make the most of fabulous networking opportunities. So that's pretty good for the collective. July is always a good month, huh? Dynamic change is indicated, and there is the potential for worldwide travel. And there's a cause for celebration as you ooze self-confidence, attracting everything you want. I love that. That's so beautiful. And this is for the collective. This is for everyone watching. And your personal relationships, trifling irritations are in store for you at times, and you may feel very frustrated indeed. However, don't let people burden you with their problems. They need to help themselves. This is your time now. You will be the life of the party with all your cycles working for you. A romantic encounter is also likely. And you may be strongly drawn to a person at work. It seems to be mutual, so take the plunge and make an approach if you are single. Okay. Career and money. Well, you know, reunions are also featured, and some may renew their vows. So retrograde always brings back people from the past, so just be aware of that. Okay, career and money. A meeting with someone will boost your self-esteem and bring dramatic changes to your finances. A changes in residence or job is also likely. Anyway, trust your instincts and play your hunches. And act confidently on what you are being guided to do, okay? As I said, when in doubt, go within, go for a walk, let your intuition talk to you. If you can meditate, fine. If you're like me, I walk and meditate, which is silly by now, but I even talk to myself sometimes. However, that works for me. Now, tip, Sharina's power tip. Email yourself the affirmation, congratulations, with an exclamation mark. This will help you feel the positivity surrounding you. Placing a picture of someone you admire on your desk can also bring in these positive forces. Look, I don't admire anyone. I don't subscribe to, these people that are, fan-based where they, put people on pedestals. I don't care who they are. They could be actors, they could be politicians, they could be anyone. They don't need adulation. They're just human beings with frailties as well. So they're just exactly like you. If something is extraordinary and they receive accolades for that, yes, I will acknowledge that. However, they should not be put on a pedestal high above anyone else. Okay. I wanted to say more on that, but that's enough. Okay, where are we now? That was the oracles. Okay, finished the oracles. Now, the tarot, I'm just going to do a tarot spread, but I did not shuffle the cards for some reason. Maybe I'm supposed to do it now while everyone's watching, okay? So, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to give the guidance to the collective for the period 14th of July to 20th of July 2025. or from now, from whoever's watching this video, to receive the information that they need at this time. Oops, I got the endings, 10 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups appeared, and the 6 of Swords. They just showed up before I cut. So there's some endings and people are moving on. Beautiful. And also the 9 of Cups, the wish card, and an air sign is the King of Swords. Okay, enough shuffling, thank you. We're ready. Okay, some changes coming, some endings. Air energy. All right, let's have a look. We've got the heart of the matter, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, fantastic. The challenge. Just move these up a little bit. The challenge. Oh, conflict. A bit of jealousy here. The 5 of Wands. Unknown factors. Wow. Okay, Temperance, Major Arcana, number 14. Turning point, Page of Swords. Delays, curiosity, the outcome is the 2 of Coins, balance. All right, we've got some money cards on the table here. Let's have a look what this week brings us. All right. The heart of the matter we have here is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, potential for abundance. Now, it is coming out of, there's an offer here. It's coming from spirits, coming from the universe, financial new beginnings, new financial opportunities, new job, new business, money, investments and savings, prosperity, so much, security, stability, manifestation. Wow, this is an offer, and it is earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. There's an offer on the table here, and it's material offer, it's substantial. Okay, remember Mercury is retrograde till August 11th, so the challenge is there's a lot of competition here. There's a conflict. There's fighting and arguments and disagreements and a struggle because there's opposition concerning this. There's aggression and clashing personalities and egos. So it's creating chaos and people are being defensive or territorial. So there's no winner here. So the challenge is there's conflict here without any winner. Okay, sorry about my nails. I had them all cleaned and waiting for them to heal before I do them again. Okay, let's have a look. Unknown factors. The unknown factors is the universe is stepping in. I've got an angel here. I know my extremes, now I seek peace. I know my extremes, now I seek peace. So the angel is temperance and is striking a balance. And we have fire energy here, Jupiter, Sagittarius, balance, peace, patience, moderation in a calm perspective. And harmonious relationships, soulmates, serenity. To me, it says that to reach this level of prosperity, to be able to accept this offer, there's the unknown factors are we do have here our soulmates. We do have 2 cups here, and reaching a balance from a higher, looking at the situation from a higher perspective, will bring you the patience required to be able to work through this, because as I said to you, we can't initiate anything. We can do all the plans, we can do all the preparation, unless you're reopening something or redoing something, a new venture. We might just do all the finalization, the preparations before opening the final doors, if it's a brick and mortar business or whatever. All right, turning point, best course of action is, we've got the Page of Swords, it's air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. He says, delayed news and patience is needed. And planning, be vigilant and guarded rather. Think before you speak and don't get drawn into arguments. Mental agility is required. And patience is needed for your ideas. And be protective about your ideas. Okay, so hold on. And the outcome, again, another balance card. Something needs to be balanced here. Two of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn more than anything. Balance, trying to find balance, resourcefulness, ups and downs, adaptability and flexibility. So, you know, basically struggling with juggling the life, like money, and it's just like balancing the books, right? Transferring money from one account to the other, profit and loss, whatever. So that's the outcome. This pentacle is a new beginning, but to be able to be successful and make this grow, I'm going to do one more card on the outcome. So we've got the Two of Coins here. To me, it represents, you know, it's really hard to say time on the tarot. To me, it says within 2 years. However, there's nothing concrete here. But if it's a long-term business, why is it Two of Coins here? Archangel Michael, why? One card, please. Too many cards, sorry. One more. At least they didn't fly under my feet. Sometimes they do. Okay, please. Why is it Two of Coins there? It's the outcome. No, I did fly down. Okay. Okay, I'll pick them up. I've got two cards. Two cards. All right. Balance is required. It's because someone is very defensive. They've been through battles. Nine of Wands is fire energy. Ongoing battles, and the person is battle weary. They've been through too much. They're fatigued. They're drained, actually, of energy. But they're nearly there. So close to success. Just be persistent and persevere a little bit longer, and learn from your past failures. Just gather your strength, because there is something ahead, something you love. It could be the love of your job. It could be the love of, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be something you love. And new beginnings, like water energy here. New beginnings, new relationship, new romance, love, happiness, joy, conception, fertility, pregnancy, celebration, socializing, everything. So what it means is balancing your life, or balancing emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychically, whatever I can go on and on. But it is on the material. Earth energy has always got to do with the 3D. finding a balance and trying to find a balance with and being resourceful with that. But just because the Nine of Wands, it's just, you know, enough is enough. Like, I'm tired now, the person is saying. When? But don't give up now, because you're there. Just be persistent. And the offer, oh my gosh, I love the Ace of Cups. And that's coming from the universe, that's coming from Spirit. Pretty good week, actually. Be aware. Just don't take everything at face value. Do your own research. Look for information that resonates with you and rings true. Apart from that, I want to thank you for your energy and thank you for being here. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. Anything, your likes, your subscribes, your sharing this video, we're just here to grow together, raise our vibration, give information. That's all. I send you lots of love. Until next time, I hope this video uploads quickly. The internet here is pretty lousy. Anyway, my best wishes to you for a great week. Bye for now.